Don't scare me like that. When you put sound in there, that makes me feel very scared. Because the way that I make sure nobody hears me during the ad break is I kill my microphone. So, yeah. Anyway, it looks like the runes will be a 3-1 pickup, actually. Boom definitely confirming double ups here, just not visibly confirming just yet, though. But FBiz will be able to get it with the last little second there. And this will allow him to get that Quelling Blade up as soon as the first creep hits the wave. This will give him a lot of advantage in this game. Sentry Ward being thrown down in the bot lane. You're out if there is any camp blocking, but it looks like this sentry actually blocks the camp itself. I'm pretty sure that's actually Boom ID's also intention, as they don't want the potential pull to come out from the side early from EVOS here with this very nicely drawn arrow that I'm just like so pro at doing. It's usually one of the methods of pull camp there, so they will get rid of that immediately. Servian will go for the, gonna go ahead and just pop his basically ultimate already. Morphosis going down so they could farm a little bit, maybe confirm some early damage against the Veal on this lane. Up in the top lane, though, we are seeing a bit of a problem for Wonder Kid up in the top. He's dead. They do manage to find all the stun combinations that line up really well, and this is another scenario where in the previous game, Boom ID got the very first blood, and it was very beneficial for the offlaner. And for Beastmaster, it's not really like, oh man, this guy's gonna come out of the grave with like 1,000,000 more gold than me because he killed me one time. For Beastmaster, it's more or less the, I killed a hero, let's move on from there scenario. Second Tango being used up in the Disruptor here to make sure he's not going to get caught up in these trees from the very nice stun that goes out by the Earthshaker. Great zoning, actually, from Shaker in both, or not, well, he wasn't Shaker in the last game, but he did really good zoning with his spells in the last game, Yocam. Very good job. Do an equally good job. I want to think a lot of our kills all on the out on the Morphling up at the top lane. I want to think the big point and click sort of lane that I want to talk about in this game is going to be the mid again. I'm a big fan of talking about the mid because it just seems like that's how mid is and that's how mid goes. At least in my mind, I feel that mid is a very strong point in any game. That's really about it, actually. There's not really too much else I could say about how important mid is, because for a hero that's much like this Mirana, you get arrow at any level. I think you get it a value point of it right now, since that'll be 3-1-1. But any level in arrow that's like amazing maximum stun. So, and you know, the bonus damage is pretty nice as well. But the rotation capability out from a hero like Mirana, pretty good. Pretty good. Salve being forced out in the mid. I believe Razor's salve has already been expended. Makoto's salve going to be interrupted. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's true. I forgot to talk about what color this TV is. It is Champions Green. Awesome. Thought it was right. Good at this. I've looked at too many Terrorblade colors to figure out what TV color I want in my TV. Wanted that one. Well, actually, no, I don't want Champions Green. There's like 1,000,000 Champion Green out there. A lot of damage sap going out to this Mirana already in the mid, though. It's actually a level 1 static link. I think Makoto definitely has the advantage here, just being able to drop Starstorm to get the immense amount of damage. But the Click Wars, salve out on the Mirana, no salve up for the Razor. Scan goes out to see if anyone's floating around. They do manage to find the kill on FBiz, so they do manage to go 1-1 in this trade. So far for the time being, that... but they did have to rotate somebody else up in top, so Fervian gonna have a little bit more free farm again. Though Veal having a good time actually denying and getting CS in this lane. Running 19-7 to the Terrorblade's 17-7. He's having a midlife crisis. He's having a pretty good time when it comes to this mid-tier farming. Not too bad for him. Might be in a bit of trouble here. Yocam off to the side, but he has level 2 in Attribute Shift. The name of the ability now, instead of Morph. I feel like that would have been a much better name, and whatever the beforehand. Shouldn't have not been what it's now. But that's just me. Yocam drops the stun. It's going to block off Viclaris for the time being. They do have the board going down, and that's the Aftershock. Having Echo Slam actually this early would be insane. It is 5 minutes though, so the runes are going to be up. Boom. Like it's going to be a 2-2 even pickup here for the runes. It might be a 3, assuming Yocam swings by and picks that bad boy up anytime soon. Turvian go for a wand against the Veal down in the bot, so they're smacking a bunch of bugs in here. Let's go back to our mid lane where we do see it is 34-3 to the Mirana's 30-15. So many denies up on this Mirana. The Razor only just recently getting level 6, where the Mirana is halfway into 6 already. A lot of level advantages going out here. KazQ coming in from the back in bot lane, but convenient enough courier flies through as well, but not going to find too much off of that either. So the big point in this game, I believe, is it's just going to be the Terrorblade versus Morphling fight. Now, I've seen this scenario a million times before, as well as F-Biz is dying up here in the top lane being a scenario I've seen very many times. They're still on a timer, Boom ID, even with this Terrorblade, and Terrorblade, unfortunately, is a timer-based hero. So, they got a lot of work, though, to basically figure out, like, how are they really going to be able to get this game moving? The Terrorblade being a hero that needs to be set on a timer in order to end up winning the game. Morphling very much set in the same way. But Morphling's timer, as soon as he's up and ready, is much stronger than the timer that comes off of Terrorblade, because he's right-click push potential. Morphling can do both. So, Morphling's timer is a lot better looking than the Terrorblade timer when it comes to who can provide a lot more effective kill potential into the later stages of the game. The mid stages of the game, it's mostly based around Terrorblade just being able to push down some towers and moving on from there and cleaning it up. But, Boom, I think they've got some pretty good heroes that actually should be able to buy time in comparison to the previous game, though. It is, now it's 2-2, actually. It's 7 minutes. This is a little bit of a quicker game in comparison to, our previous game, where I was commenting at 5 minutes there were no kill, or there was 1 kill. Whereas, now we're at 7 minutes, it's 2-2 even. Actually, at 8 minutes, it was 2-2, so we're ahead by like 15 extra seconds or so. Whitemon in the mid here. It's just him now, though. The Razor is MIA. Down in the bot lane, the tower at very low HP. So Whitemon basically serving as the body in the sense of, are they going to get this deny or not? Because now they're going to aggress down the bottom here. This is going to do a lot of stuff for them. They get the Vengeful. The Death Illusion will stay behind. Which that, though, they are going to be able to force a rotation out onto Whitemon. They do have Lysu coming in at the last second, but won't really going to do that much going on here. Tower at 254. They will be expending TPs down into the bot lane to prevent an event continuous push. Veal going to be forced out. Stream, the Wave of Terror. Actually, not the stream. Half seconds in. Looking for any particular. Arcane Rune picked up on Mirana. It's level 7 actually, so she's 4-1-1, doesn't even go for the ult just yet. 4-1-2 now. Stat Boots up and running with the triple Wraith Bands. Woo! That's some stats right there. Do have 3 to the 3 that's down in the bot here. They drop the stun immediately. Razor still going to get hit by the arrow at the last second. They do manage to find the perfect Starstorm. The Glyphs going to bring back the Mirana. So no secondary kill going on just yet. They have 2 seconds left. They do find the Static Storm. It's not in range for the Q, though. They want to get the kill. Kinetic Field, though, slowing them down. Oh, never mind. No, Yocam will get it with a very cheeky last second stun going out there with the Fissure. To have level 2 Aftershock. That doesn't change anything. Of course, they has to be right on top of them. 30 seconds until the 10-minute bounty runes. I believe that's where Boom ID's next sort of engagement may or may be occurring here. Stun gonna miss and arrow gonna whiff. Go on for that one and go for the runes. Radiant dropping the scan. Not gonna find anybody just quite yet. 5 seconds until the rune spawns. Yokam might be facing some troubling issues with this one, as they do expend the Centaur ultimate to try and slow this one down. Yokam gonna go down for this trade. They will actually only still get a 2-2 trade because they get FBiz up in the top lane at the same time with the Centaur ultimate. So very good Stampede, actually. EVOS capitalizing off of it very well. But now that we're at the 10-minute mark, let's see where our net worth lies. 4.4 is up for the Terrorblade. He's going to go for the Yasha. Very standard build, going into as much agility and as much armor as humanly and physically possible for this TB. In fact, the South is still on him from the beginning of the game. Following that, though, we'll have 4.6 also on the Morphling, so basically tied up. It is going to be the shotgun rush. This is something I like to see a lot. There's not really a lot that is very scary to the Lincoln Sphere being picked up here. In fact, there's only 2 spells that are directly affected by the Lincoln Sphere eventual. 3 actually. Now I think about it. You got 4. Okay, so swap. So that's a Lincoln Sphere breaker. They've got the Roar, which is a Lincoln Sphere, and then they've got Sunder, which is Lincoln. There's only 4 things in this game that a Lincoln Sphere actually blocks, and 2 of them are from one particular hero, of whom is still level 5. In the bot lane, which is why she's in the bot lane now. She's trying to get level 6. You can have swap ready for team fights. No TP available, though. That might be coming in on the courier as well. Yeah, that is TP instead of wards. We'll set up for a team fight here, but this is the big timer I'm talking about here. We've got the Terrorblade running at level 9, trying to counter out the timer that is the Morphling running at level 8 at 5.4, the same amount of gold. The shotgun being the first pickup for the Morphling, though, is a very big thing for this Terrorblade. It forces out trying to go for the Manta extremely early just to dodge the Adaptive Strike shotgun. Moonlight going to be used up. They want to try to go for Facehugger here. His passive through, but he's stunned up to oblivion. They do manage to find the counter stun. He goes down to the Static Storm Kinetic Field Wombo. Mikado, yeah, he is going to start teeping out of here. There's no glimpse available for that one, though. He already glimpsed Shaker back into the Static Kinetic Field. Wombo. They're going to have to let this one go for the time being. They will go ahead and start aggressing down this mid. It is actually the Call of the Wild Boar stolen for the Rubik, so this is really, really good, actually, for the Rubik. This board does insane amounts of damage. You can see it here. 64 damage, plus the poison, which is... Hang on. Glimpse. Immediately onto Kescute. Being hit. Goes down. They do manage to steal the Magic Bolt instead. Magic Missile. It's only level 1, so it's not really going to change too much here. Fortification being expended for the top lane. So they are going to at least get a 1-1 trade off here, but they're going to do a lot of chip damage to this tier 2 in the mid. Razor running at basically no HP from the remnants of that previous team fight. Shaker down in the bot attempting to farm for the Blink Dagger. Sought out upon. Started the TP channel back into the... Circling where their potential location is as well. TB sitting still at the top of the net worth at 6.8 is still slightly above the net worth of the Morphling, but like I said, the big fear is that Morphling will get this E-Blade up and ready, the shotgun will be online, and Morphling will just be very scary. It's a lot of early agility as well. He's also triple Wraith banded up, so he's got a lot of stats to spare. So let's see, he's sitting at 121 shifted right now.
Top tower is under attack.
Based on his multiplier, that's a lot, let's put it this way, because we're about to see a team fight go out, and I don't want to do the math. He's dead. I can do the math now. See. Oh, it's 2. I really don't even need to do the math. Yeah, the math is not actually required for this.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
It's actually not that much. Although the E-Blade will change everything, but They are going to go for this Roshan. It's, there's no real way they can contest this, especially with the fact there is a Mach 1 Necronomicon up on this Beastmaster. Evo smoked up on the side, though. They're going to run to Makoto. No immediate stun can follow up on this suit, but they will go ahead and disengage with the Centaur Ultimate Stun, though. Just managed to catch him at the last second. No arrow available is available for some death going on there. The aggressive swap to make sure Fervian's okay. They do have Sunder. They Sunder immediately, and he is able to clean up Facehugger there. The Echo Slam, though, goes through, and Evo starting to clean up. They get 2. They get 3. They're gonna get this TB. He gets pretty low, though. They do manage to at least find a field, but Fervian goes down in exchange. 3 for 2. H is down as well. Very easy cleanup, actually, for EVOS. If you look at the fight recap here, they got a lot of gold from that. They're very happy with this exchange. Very, very happy with this exchange. In fact, 1,000 total gold gained when it comes down to the overall subtractions.
Radiant are scanning.
EVOS is very happy with this. They didn't lose the Morphling, they lost the Terrorblade. That's basically what happened here. Though TB still sitting at the top. 6, he's going to go for the Manta still, so it is just going to... I want to think it's Manta into BKB, but seems still pretty weak. Roar goes out, but he's already channeling into strength. So, alas, no company there. Kid will be able to escape for the time being. They are going to go for the blade. How much longer do we got left on this bad boy? 3.2, 1700, shifting into full Agi here. It's about pretty close, actually. I'd say in, well, what, it's 16 minutes now? I'm going to say at 19 minutes, assuming he doesn't die. If he does die, 21 minutes. Or wait, no, how fast does he farm right now? He clicks pretty good. Actually, he does not click pretty good. So, yeah, I'm going to stick with my previous guess there. Shoot for around the 20-minute mark. Your blade will be up and ready. So they've got about 4 minutes to figure out what they want with this TB, and if it's gonna be the BKB or not. The Manta's okay. It does dodge the either the E-blade initial cast or the eventual shot that comes out from the adaptive strike. Razor's still gonna try to get Phase Boot, but the BKB is next. Now see that there's a Manta out on this TV since they're killing the creeps down in the mid as well. 800 gold away. Morphling actually, so I'm definitely very wrong on my calculation. EVOS possibly lining up for an aggressive counter smoke against the aggressive smoke and moonlight that comes out from Boom. They get the immediate stun out onto the Rubik. They drop the Centaur ult going through, and they're not going to really find anybody off of this. Reveal gets thrown down. Lift out on the Marauder. They do manage to find the stun out from the now very good Echo Slam from Yokam. They clean up. Whitemon will go down next. Felicio as well, just doing a lot of damage from this team. He actually disengages, throwing his Illusion and Manta, pushing him off of the big Enchant Totem Wombo there. They do manage to lose the bench. The follow-up stuff, that's one dead hero. In fact, they want to go for more. They're gonna have to leave they're gonna have to leave Facehugger in the disengage for now. Avil though, off to the side. They find the stun immediately. Gonna break the TP off of Avil here. He's now trapped. Who's trapped where, and where is who's trapped on what? That's not even English. Avil gonna be going down here to Yokam. Should fund any sort of items he wants to pick up. Soon coming time. At least you're gonna go ahead and get a D ward. Aggressive obs, and I think Boom, they're just gonna disengage from this one, maybe reset now that they've gotten all the money. They've killed off Morphling, who is no longer close to that. Actually, he's still at 2,500. So a lot of this must be reliable gold then. It's decent amount that's reliable gold. So now I guess my 20-minute mark might be somewhat true. And there's no way it'll take him a whole minute to farm. Okay, yeah, no, he's got it right now. He'll have the E-blade on the next set of camps here, so he'll have it at the 19-minute to basically 19:15 mark, I'd say. So pretty good, actually, having it up at the 19-minute mark. can pick up the Eagle Song. This will send him at no buyback, so if he does get caught out, he's just one very dead man. The Mach 3 Necronomicon going to be the next pickup for the Beastmaster here. Actually, it's really strong in this game because there's the mana diffuse that's available from the melee creeps, getting extra attack speed on the boards because they're just so OP in the first place. And then, who doesn't like being able to diffuse with targets? These are the melee creeps. Anyway, arrow goes through, immediate roar out onto the very now dead Milyhya. They do manage to expend the Centaur ult to just get out of there, but now they have no initiation except for the Blink Dagger into initiation coming out of Centaur if they wanted to turn it into that. Casual Buckler is going to be actually picked up for Centaur. Well, so they want some additional armor because it doesn't seem like they really need the magic damage, but in a game where we have the Vengeful Spirit just dropping that Wave of Terror, and by the looks of it actually mostly spec'd into Wave of Terror, so -6 armor reduction, popping that Buckler should give about the same amount. Click on it. It is the Crimson Guard, but I was thinking he was going to go for the casual one first, so 5 armor plus 2 pops it, so yeah, 7, it'll negate it, but the Crimson Guard is obviously the main play here that they're going for here. A Veil, feeling that he's in the creep wave here. The Get Back being thrown by Kezcute, though, they do manage to... They drop a scan, or are they just getting out of there? Looks like they're just getting out of there. Vision Ward thrown down, Sentry as well, so they understand the rotations were going on immediately there. Tier 2 dead down in the bot here. It looks like the shotgun does go out on Mirana. Not able to leap away, though. Will die to the Mirana-formed Star Storm. Goes down. Poor Morphling there. Using up those leap charges to get on out of there. Quick, easy execution kill. So now with Mirana dead being their alternate pusher in any alternate lane, the BKB next. This is going to be actually the Butterfly now that the TB does have the BKB. So like I was stating before, he still goes for the Manta, which is a very good disengage in the sense that it'll just purge off any baseline effects, but the BKB for the added insurance plan is definitely something I like to see coming out of Fervian here. It's good even against the team that they have already, with the Stampede doing magic damage, with Centaur Stun doing magic damage, Double Edge being your magic damage, all of Rubik being magic damage, and then Disruptor is magic damage, so BKB is super good. It breaks glimpses as well, but you could break... I don't know if you could do it with Manta dodging anymore. There was a point in time where you could Manta dodge with glimpse, but don't remember. Being smashed on by Fervian's extra TB illusions. Picking up that illusion rune, they will go ahead and drop the kinetic field. They don't want any possible re-engagement here, but FBiz is just going to annihilate the heck out of Alicia. Now they're going to work down this mid here. Boom, looking to take the last mid exterior tower. They still have both the tier 1 and the tier 2 available on the side of EVOS here, and it looks like they might be thinking about going that way, but with these TB illusions, they're just going to go ham. Question is, do you... Oh my goodness, yep, he popped Manta. That was my next question. Do you Manta and just send your illusions at this tower to go even further? And that's exactly what's happening here. They send the illusions to go at the tower even further. They're going to go for more. They want the melee racks. This is actually a little bit too greedy in my opinion. I think this is why. Immediate BKB response, though, Fervian's just going to start going to work. They steal Reflection, but don't really know how crazy that's going to be immediately here. They get the racks, they're out of there. Do manage to find the route out onto the TB, who's now stuck in the kinetic storm field, but they will swap that bad boy out. The only one going down here is the Vengeful Spirit, but that is basically Vengeful Spirit's whole entire job. Oh, swap and die. So very good for them. They do manage to get the easy barracks. Not all of them, but they got the melee racks in the range. They're literally sitting at 40 HP. Don't... Sure. That... 130 HP if it wasn't in deny range. So, range barracks within deny range, literally, like, maybe one TV illusion could solve this problem within the immediate sense. Arrow goes through. Boar gonna deny the... Roshan is up and ready, so another fairly quick respawn. Do know that the Roche is up, both teams. I imagine Boom ID might be making an aggressive turn towards that. Evo with the smoke available might be thinking to do the same. Though Morphling down in the bot here is going to go for the Eye of Scotty. But more stats for that E-Blade shotgun to go to work. Moonlight Shadow being expended and Whitemon dying to a TV illusion as well as a follow-up stun from the Shaker. Poor soul. I think with that they could maybe get a pick off onto this, but EVOS maybe be suspecting otherwise. But yeah, Boom is just going to start going to work on this Roshan. 25-minute runes as well, so they are going to at least sacrifice the bot bounties for this indefinite kill on this Roshan. This will be the Aegis and Cheese, so I imagine Terribly takes both. Maybe if not the case, then Cheese on the Mana, but yeah, he does take both. So this is a very big both game, 100%. Beastmaster TPing down into the bot here is actually going to be spotted by a Veal possibly, or gets thrown out to try and negate the eventual or possible blink of that one. So they're going to let that one slide.
Top shrine is under attack.
Limber Cape is going to be picked up for the Earthshaker. Now that he's got the Blink Dagger, no doubt we might want to see some more mobility that comes out from him in the later times. Could be going for Yules, maybe into the Horse Staff, but looks like Boom ID now lining up to go and deal a lot of stuff. Get some work done on this top. They do actually manage to get the top shrine, which is actually one of the better shrines to grab for the side of the Dire. And for the Radiant, one of the better shrines is this one up here, obviously. But the big thing is that taking out this shrine here actually disables a lot of rotations because there's no tower here, and there's no tower here, and there's no tower here, and there's no tower here. So the big thing with these towers going down is that since this shrine is down, that's their only method to get to the Roshan pit or to try and get some counter push going on here instead of just walking all the way through mid. So the big thing with this shrine going down is that it gets rid of any possible rotation capability in the game or EVOS in this scenario. So that's a little bit of explanation there for those of you who might be wondering why the heck that taking that one is such a good idea, where it's the same thing for taking this shrine as well. Side of Boom if they were to start magically losing shrines. Moonlight Shadow gonna be popped up here. Stolen TB illusion, which has the very derpy like effects of the Mirana. The very derpy effects of the Morphling. It's really weird, actually. It's you still get the Blade of Tears and the Helm of Tears. I don't think it's actually called the Helm of Tears. It's Crown of Tears. You still have the Blades and Crowns of Tears visual effects on your TV illusion. Arrow goes through. It's not going to find anybody. We'll give them very good information that nobody's hiding on the side lines there. I believe this is also an illusion rune. Yeah, it's an illusion rune. So these are a lot of illusions, and this is probably Boom taking the last shrine available, the last exterior building. Definitely going down here, and yeah, they're going to start cleaning up this last exterior building. Sentry creep available if they wanted to bring him into the 2 sentries. That's in the mid here, and they will indeed get the vision of the 2 sentries, or at least the first one. Master just creating a lot of vision on this map, throwing out all of those Wild Hawks. I don't think you'd ever go for the Hawks cooldown, though. That just seems dumb. At 25. Also, I don't think a lot of Beastmasters get to level 25. They usually just sit at like level 21 and be all sad for the whole entire game. Usually how Beastmasters roll, at least in my experience. Anyway, let's go to the top of the net worth, since we're going to see an eventual push into the base here. The Eye of Scotty's picked up for the Terrorblade now, so we're looking for some heavy team fights, as well as some strong durability in this next and possibly final fight. Arrow goes through. It's not going to land on anything. It actually gets stuck on the building if it had any visual texture like that. Manta is still available to get the immediate stun out on the TB, and they are finding a lot of stuns immediately out on the TB. Now they find the stun out onto the field. They're clicking away. The Manta going to be expended. Morphling will turn into TV and get the nice meta, assuming he turns it on. Out goes the shotgun, but the BKB is immediately thrown out there as well as reflection. They will steal that reflection from Rubik. They sunder immediately. The Vengeful Spirit, who has Tranquils, does not have Tranquils. Never mind. I thought the Vengeful had Tranquils. This, though, however, looks like a very dead Mirana. Will at least drop Moonlight Shadow before possibly falling to the grave. Here, Q will be the first one to fall. There goes the good Static Storm Kinetic Field, but it's not going to do enough. Buybacks immediately from both of these heroes. Fervian clicking away on Facehugger, though. That BKB ain't going to save them when he's just getting smashed on by this Terrorblade. They are going to disengage for the time being, maybe at least wait for the Vengeful Spirit to get back in range. Cheese and Aegis still available as well. Cute, do you... Gonna get Tranquils, okay, so that's what's going on here. It's just, no, they look so good when they just destroy everything. The stun goes out immediately. Aegis now down. They're going to bring in that last little Wraith Band that swap that stuff out. BKB available if they want to try and do this. Lift up into the air. He's being clicked on. The Rod of Aethos, in fact, he's going to go down. They do manage to get the cheese, though, at the last second. They turn this around with a beautiful swap from Q. They're going to at least find Yokam, though, in the Kinetic Field. Static Storm. No Static Storm, actually, just the Kinetic Field, but the beautiful swap from the Convention that fight there, that saved him so hard. Literally, Fervian would be dead. Like, in every way, shape, and form if it was not for that vengeful swap. MVP. Pretty much. They are going to find the second stun. The second swap goes down immediately. Q will be indefinitely dead in the Static Storm Kinetic combo, but Mikoto actually finding 2 kills off with this one. They find the slow on Facehugger with the right click coming out from Fervian. This is one dead Razor buyback available if they want to try for this, and they are going to buy back anyway, but they drop the GG EVOS. Being 2-0 in this series. Boom ID to move on to the next stage. To the grand finals, actually, I believe. This is the semifinals. So Boom ID to move